All right, hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Miss Day's 7th grade science. If you are watching this video right now, it probably means that you were either absent or in an activity on the day that we did this lab. So I am here to kind of catch you up on what we did, help explain it a little bit, and then you'll be able to catch up with your classmates on what we did. So this lab here in front of me, we are going to be continuing to look at convection currents. So we've been looking at plate tectonics and its movement. So now we're trying to explain how they move, why they move. And this will help us kind of demonstrate what is going on underneath the crust of the earth by demonstrating the process of convection. So with this video, cell phone camera, my head's gonna get cut off, but you'll still be able to see what's going on in front of me. And then I'll explain as we go as well. So here I have some hot water. As you can see, it's on a hot plate. I have been heating this up for the past few minutes. I'm gonna need a pot holder to help me because otherwise it's probably gonna burn my hands and I don't want that. And this is colored with food coloring. It's just red dye, regular red food coloring to help show this is the hot one. And then here in this little horrible beaker, I have just regular tap water with some blue food coloring in it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour these in. I'm going to use these graduated cylinders to demonstrate the convection currents. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the red hot water into the graduated cylinder. I have them poured pretty full to the top, and you'll see why I need that in a moment, because with convection current, these waters are going to be transferring. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the cold blue water. All right, so now I have a hot, a cold, a hot, a cold. What I have as well is just a laminated piece of paper. It would probably work better with a playing card, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to use a laminated piece of paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on top of one of the graduated cylinders, flip it over, and then show you what happens in that convection current. So for this one, I have the red and the blue. I am going to put the red, which is the hot one, on top of the cold, which is the blue one. And before I do that, in your worksheet that I gave you when you came in and asked what we did today, should ask you to make a prediction as to what would happen when I put the hot on top of the cold. So go ahead and make that prediction. Pause the video if you need to. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy over and place it on top of the cold water and pull the playing card or the laminated piece of paper out from between them. And the reason I am doing this and not having all of you do this in your own lab is because I really don't want to clean up the water mess that may be left behind. So here we go. Here comes the moment of truth. Voila. All right. So it looks like our hot water, which is the red on top, is not mixing with the cold water, which is the blue on the bottom. If that was your guess as to what would happen, nice job. So let's take a look at the other set before I start explaining what's going to happen. So this time around, I'm going to put the blue, which is the cold water, on top of the red, which is the hot water. And go ahead on your worksheet, make your prediction as to what's going to happen. And here we go with the reveal. I'm going to slowly pull out the card so that it doesn't spill. And there we go. All right, now compare this to what is happening over here. Do you see a difference? It looks like for the cold water on top and hot water on bottom, the cold water and the hot water are mixing. They're doing this kind of circular motion. The hot is rising and the cold is falling. So now we're getting kind of this darker purple color. Whereas where the hot is on the top and the cold is on the bottom, we have this distinct separation between the two layers. And as we talked about yesterday, the reason this happens is because hot air rises to the top. So if it starts on the bottom, it'll circulate to the top. And it doesn't just mean it only happens with air, it also happens with magma, also happens with water. So this is how we tie it to plate tectonics and convection currents, is the mantle material that is hot is circulating under the crust that is slowly moving. That circulation motion of the hot and the cold mixing, that is what's causing the plates to move. All right, so now that I have explained this, you saw the demo, you've seen the demo, go ahead and finish up on your summary on that worksheet, and you'll be all set to go and caught up with the rest of the class. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.